Here we go, Tassie. It feels like we're stepping out on our wives or our girlfriends in Mardo and the old fella Tone. Fair dinkum Tone. It was raining $50 bills, as he says. He'd catch a summons. And I tell you what, Marto, after a massive week on PaLTI, just everything wins. Mate, fair dinkum, he'd be lucky to scrounge to a bit of a sanger with Straz. Remember the old Straz and tomato sauce, Taz?
Yeah, the fake meat. And the way he's been going is
he couldn't buy the fake
meat and vegetable.
Mate,
you know what though?
Today this is a special episode, Taz. As you know, I'm feeling a bit dusty.
It is. Yes.
Glad you can't really pick up the Fiji blue in the eyes there, but it's more like a fiery red. But I tell you what, Marto, gee whiz, he's gone from chockies to I wouldn't even say boiled lollies.
No, I'd say to rocks. I think that's the best way to look at it. But to be honest, right? Yeah. You talk about Tone and not being able to catch a summons. I reckon he's been subpoenaed. On summons because we haven't seen him. And Marto, we talk about double shifts. I reckon he could be doing a 24-hour.
I reckon he could be a koala. Like a koala sleeps 21 hours a day, Tassie. I reckon Marto could be working 21 hours a day next week. Because I tell you what, he's got two of the best horses beaten today. Fully lit in the Black Opal. It was $1.40. You could have got $1.25 when it opened, and it blew out to $1.65, and he got that beat.
Well, it only sort of ties in with him getting a $1.75 on the drift type horse and Think About It getting beat yesterday. So, there's consistency in the way that Marto likes to get horses beaten. So well done, Marto. Heads up to you, but you'll bounce back. Like a rubber ball.
Mate, I'm very worried about Lucky Swenesey today, one of the best horses going around in Hong Kong. A bit plain last up, but over the 1,400 metre today, you'd think it'd bounce back at $1.60. But unfortunately, Marto's tipped it again.
Oh, lay it. Put a line through it.
Oh, no.
Lay it. Put a line through it. Wait for the drift.
Thanks very much to Bet Galaxy yesterday. Talking about Bet Galaxy yesterday, Tassie, my 25 cents each way on passive aggressive already paid out by Bet Galaxy. Thank you very much in the bank. So thanks to the guys at Bet Galaxy for getting my
can't complain with that.
My $2.82 back into the bank already. Thank you.
Oh, well done. Great collect, mate. What was that? Was that half a unit each way?
Yeah, 25. Yeah, 50 cent minimum.
Yeah, half a unit each way.
Yeah.
Well done.
Now the reason why we're here, Tassie, why are we here, mate?
Is because in the city of churches tomorrow, they've got the Adelaide Cup, and we do like to cover all the premier events. We'd like to get them all covered.
It have to be a public holiday.
It is a public holiday.
Sure.
It is in Victoria and Adelaide. It is a public holiday tomorrow, and I know the Adelaide Cup used to be run in May. They've sort of done some scheduling changes and stuff. But how can we not have a full episode dedicated to the premier state of Australia, the city of churches, Adelaide?
Unbelievable. And we know why we're in Adelaide and why we're not with Marto, because Marto, I think, is on the streets wiping windscreens and washing windscreens for a couple of gold coins donation. And I don't know where Tone is. Tone, I think he's just angry.
Subpoenaed.
I think he's
been subpoenaed. I told you.
I think he's just sitting there with Brian Sumner's avatar. You know what I mean? He's just sitting there.
I nearly spat that water.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Sorry. Big fan.
Brian wasn't happy with me yesterday.
Big fan of Brian. But anyway, Brian, don't worry, mate. We got you back. But
we do, as long as he's not swearing.
As long as
he's not swearing.
Abusive,
Yep.
And you don't get hateful.
That's it.
Now, tomorrow we're in Adelaide because it's the Adelaide Cup, as Taz has explained. And, of course, Taz loves a Choccy Wheel. Now, yesterday, Taz, we started off with a bang on the Choccy Wheel, but what happened?
We went Marto style. So we did. I mean, look, we probably we don't lose too much for the day. But we started with a bang and then ended up with nothing.
Isn't it beautiful?
A little bit.
Isn't it beautiful when you got the Yankee on and you're 1 from 1?
Yeah, I know.
All you need is that one more to collect, get your money back and make a little bit of profit. And then you hope for that dream day, Tassie, when you went 4 from 4. And then you could really make some money. Anyway, let's get into the Adelaide Cup. Now, Tassie's got some tips for you as well. So tomorrow there will be a post,
Yes.
and there will be some.
Yep.
There will be a Choccy Wheel.
There'll be a Choccy Wheel. There'll be a write-ups. I'm dedicating a little bit more time. The wheel will have its 4 best bets as always, but I will try to have write-ups and numbers in the other races.
Oh, I can't wait.
However, they don't count as data when we do our our numbers for the units and win-loss and all that sort of stuff. But there will be little write-ups. So yes, yep.
Let's have a quick look at the field. Armada, probably the class horse in the field. Won a Geelong
Absolutely.
Cup. Rising 10-year-old, really good last start at the Valley. Come home pretty well. What do we think? Do we think it's a chance? I
definitely a chance.
Yeah,
definitely a chance. I mean, it's been racing consistently. It hasn't been getting any prizes or real reward, but yeah, you know it's going to get the trip, and definitely goes in.
Finished third in the race last year. I don't know.
Absolutely,
it's going okay. It's going okay. But 10 years old,
it's not going too bad.
Yeah,
but 10 years old for a it's an overseas bred horse. So 10 years old for an overseas horse or an overseas stayer, it's still young.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yes. It's only had 31 career starts. I think I was reading somewhere some bush gallopers had 150 for he just broke the record for 53 wins. So he's pretty lightly raced, is he, for a 10-year-old? Only had 30 starts.
Yeah.
Anyway, number 2, one of your favourite trainers in Paddy Payne, Dean Yendall's on the saddle for Alhambra lad. Coming from the car park. Yeah. What do we think?
We think it's definitely a chance. I mean, it's run over there in Tassie. Wasn't too bad. Prior to that, it was in Melbourne running some good races.
Yep.
Paddy Payne doesn't mind taking a horse to Adelaide, and if he's taken it to Adelaide from Tassie, so Melbourne, Tassie, Adelaide, you'd have to put it in my opinion.
Yeah, for me, a little bit of a spoiler alert. I really like the Lottie Cup winner in this race, just because I think it's probably the most progressive horse in the ring. And the way it won the Lonnie Cup, you would expect that it'll probably get the 3,200 metres. We're talking about the 3 already here. But lad, I think it was second, first time past, around the 2,500 metre mark. Yep, it's got a chance. Paddy Payne, he wouldn't take it there for a haircut.
That's exactly right.
Now we're talking about a bit of a spoiler alert. Who's going to Pez going to tip in the color? I love Harry Coffey as a jockey. What a story. Richard Cully, really like him, Ballarat trainer. I reckon he always places his horses to win. So I sort of follow the Collie Coffey sort of combination a little bit. As you saw him just get backed off the map in the Lonnie Cup, mate, he was smashed. You could have got 10s in the morning, and he jumped at around $3. So, and he won like he won like the money's on.
The question, I mean, it's still got to get there though. Like we said this a couple of years ago about what was it? One of yours that got scratched on the eve of Melbourne Cup. The girl still got a Luna something or whatever it was. I don't know. But they've still got to run out the 32. So whilst it looks like it's going to run out the 32, it's still got to get it.
I'm taking the Aurora Symphony form. Last year I tipped the Aurora Symphony come second in this race at a really good price for a place, and it was coming out of the Lonnie Cup. So I'm sort of following the same sort of field here. But the hot pot, the big race, Jay Carr, straight to the bar. Is she back, Taz?
Oh, she's been back for a while, and I've been saying it for a while. I know that you guys have been saying Jamie Nah, okay? But I haven't been. I've been saying Jamie Carr. I sound like I'm a bit of had a few drinks, and I haven't. But look, the map has been primed for this. It had a little freshen up.
Trying to beat the Harry. Yes.
It had a little freshen up, but you would think that everything aligns. It just wins. It's from South Australia.
Yeah, it's a South Australian
star. It's done. It's won over here over the distance as well. I think it's been set for the race, and at 2:45, it's probably rightly so the favourite. Jamie Carr, ex-South Australian girl.
Last start, he come second to another horse running in this in Yellow Brick Road. I just saw it. It took a while. It was like it was taking a while to get going. But that might be one of those sort of Morphettville Park track days too, where you don't make any sort of ground from the back.
Yeah.
So anyway, Jay Carr's going over there. She's a South Australian girl.
I don't think I don't think it was the race that it wanted to win last night.
Right.
Last start. It was all about this race.
Yeah. But first up, it was huge. It might be absolutely brain him. I think you tipped it on the Choccy Wheel.
Yeah, do love it. It's one of my favourites. Yeah. I mean, I've always been known as Matt.
We got an old ghost in Skelm. Now, I would have put a line through this horse, or I think we have actually. We have put a line through it, but last start it wasn't too bad at the Valley. And it finally was made some ground when nothing was sort of making ground. It came, I think, second or third in this race a couple of years ago. But we put a line through it.
We have. I can't have it. I mean, look, it's 30 to 1. It might as well be 100 to 1 for me.
Yeah.
And if I'm proven wrong, so be it.
Yeah, I agree too. I think, it was a pretty shitty race last time at the Valley anyway, but yeah, okay.
I don't think it wins. It can't. That's right. I wouldn't. But I'll tell you what, Willow on board Gran Piero.
Yeah, good to see
a couple of thirds there. Absolutely. And I don't think he's going over just for the sake of making an appearance or attending a church mass, like a Sunday mass, and then maybe staying on the extra day. I think he's going over with a live hope. This horse does get the distance.
Yes.
You look at your acceleration. Is that what it's called? Acceleration.
Yeah, acceleration.
And third behind it.
Alabama Lad, they've got a couple of question marks because they've never ran the 2 miles.
It brings over the same type of form, and it brings over an experienced jockey in Willow. So I reckon it's a good chance. It's actually one of my better chances to get a little bit of a bang and a big reward.
It's funny we like horses from the Launceston Cup because I think because we're getting the price as well. I think we're getting a pretty good price, to tell the truth. But I think Gran Piero, like, if you like the Lonnie form, you'd definitely be on the 2, 3, and the 6. But I think Gran Piero was taking ground off Alhambra Lad at the end.
Yep.
Whereas acceleration just seemed to keep going. But yeah, I'd probably put a bet on the 6 before the 2, if you know what I mean.
And there's not much difference in the way they meet each other for the weights as well. So,
And obviously they're trying to freshen it up a little bit. They've taken the blinkers off, putting the visors on. Must be a bit of a head case.
Yeah.
But obviously, maybe last start with the blinkers on, maybe it did get a little bit hot and
too keen.
Yeah, a little bit too keen. So, over a 2-mile race, you don't really want them to get keen because you can put a line through them straight away.
Absolutely.
Talking about putting a line through, this is the horse, Yellow Brick Road, on fire. It's one at Sandown Lakeside. Then it's gone over to Morphettville and beat the map. Very interesting.
Will it run 3,200? I don't think we've put a line through it.
Yep.
But I am prepared to risk it.
I think you
can't take all of them, but I'm prepared to risk it.
The map and Hastler War are actually working home a bit better, I think. And that was over the 2,600 metres last start. Good point. But it is fit. Rock hard's there. Port Gilliam, we need Mardo here with his French. Sorry, we're not.
We do.
Port. Sorry, I thought we were, but we're not.
No, we're not. We're not because it's the Hayes boys, and the Hayes boys are on fire. Yeah. And this horse is going to be rock hard fit. It's had its 3 starts in. It's coming up. It's an ex-overseas horse as well. So
it's one over the 2 miles. So I think the longer it is, the better this horse is.
Yes.
So I reckon you might go a little sneaky there for Stubby. It'd be pretty rare to see Stubby on a 50 to 1 or in the Adelaide Cup, isn't it? Like, because usually he's riding a little bit better.
100% right. And to be honest, Pezza, if it doesn't do much in this race, I reckon in about a year or 2 we'll see it over the jumps. It'll probably get sold, and someone like Wild or Leak or Bite, and they'll jump it. The horse can stay. Yep. It's just whether it can stay at a good pace or not.
We put a line through Lincoln King, even though we love ex-Kiwi horses, don't we? We love following in Razor. We love getting over the ditch there to bet. But this horse just hasn't won in a couple of years.
And don't see it winning for a couple more.
Yeah, I don't know. It finished behind fucking Skelm last start. So there you go.
Can't have it, Pezza.
Same race.
We can't have it. Seriously, the market's got it right.
Right. One Last Kiss. Very interesting runner. Really had no luck. Was backed in last start. I don't know. I think the 2 mile will suit the horse. Lukey Curry goes over for Dan O'Sullivan. Sneaky.
Exactly the notes that I've got here that says Shapes is an interesting runner for me. Will be rock hard fit. first try at the distance, Luke Curry, Dan O'Sullivan. Yeah. And Dan O'Sullivan can train.
Yeah.
Can definitely train. Absolutely the sneaky.
Interesting that she's a grey mare. So I don't know when the last 4-year-old grey mares won an Adelaide Cup, but Surprise Baby wasn't grey, but it was 4-year-old.
No.
So I don't know. It's a little bit weird.
Mr. Lamondi was a grey, but I don't know if it was a mare. It was a miss, unless it was a Mr. Lamondi who was a missus, but I don't think it was.
Now for Siren, put a line through Sanderstan. Yeah. Absolutely flying this horse. But of course, it's been flying on a Wednesday at Gawler. But it's up in class. They're putting the hat in the ring, and they qualified it. Why not?
Look, I think it's got more chance of winning the Sejuna Cup than the Adelaide Cup.
It has around the distance, as we know, but I tell you what, it's flying at the provincials. So anyway, we'll leave it there. This is an interesting runner. We put a line through it for Andrew Payne and Karen McAvoy, the man of the moment. They're calling J-Mac. They call him J-Mac. Now they're calling Karen McAvoy K-Mac. Couple of winners yesterday. Really good rides. Karen's back. Anyway, interesting runner. Made ground last start. 2 starts ago, it looked pretty good. Looked like it was like aiming towards an Adelaide Cup. Last start was a bit plain. Caulfield. I don't know.
Not for me. I think we've done the right thing. Oceana Flash, it was just a flash in the pan, good run, and that's about it. Not for me.
It ran second to One Last Kiss. So if we think One Last Kiss.
But I think One Last Kiss has probably got that more upside than this one. But
I agree.
Again, happy to be proven wrong.
Yeah, and I know you probably like this horse. It came fourth in the Yellow Brick Road, the Map, and Hassel of War. Rapinoe.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah. I agree.
No, it wasn't a bad, because I'll tell you what, it won one on pro, like it beat something, I can't remember what it was.
Yeah,
it beat it in a protest.
At Mooney Valley.
And then Roaring Engine came out the following. Yeah, then Roaring Engine came out and won the following start.
Yep.
Again, being protested against this time. I think, probably it's better off at a 2,600 Mooney Valley race in the middle of winter. But, there's big money here, and Chow does take horses to South Australia. But I couldn't have it. So I couldn't see it winning.
He doesn't have many, but, it's usually at a Pakenham. He's usually got a couple more around Pakenham on a Thursday night. But anyway, it's not the roughest. I might have a couple of bucks, little bucks each one, actually, to tell you the truth. But anyway, Roaring Engine, let's put a line through it straight away. Very lightly raised. It's mum, actually, on the DRC Oaks, if you know Tassie. But gee whiz, it's coming off a Sandown Hillside Wednesday win straight into an Adelaide Cup at Group 2 level. So, gee whiz. Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't know. 4 years old, lightly raced.
Look, if you're going to have it, you've got to have Rapinoe as well.
Right.
But for me, remembering its run where it protested against and was dismissed against Rapinoe, I think it was done.
Yep.
Then the next start where it was protested against and it kept the race.
Yeah.
Again, I think it was it's tiring. I don't think it's going to run out the 3,200. And I think that's why it tends to move left and right, because when you're under pressure, that's when you're going left and right.
And you're right. For me, it's won by like a combined length of a fucking neck. Yeah. Its last 3 sort of races, it's won. Just.
Yep.
And as you said, with a little bit of process. Now, 8 on the dot, Choccy Wheel, good on him, mate. Benny Price in the saddle, the Strathalbyn trainer. This is probably a dream come true, getting a runner into the Adelaide Cup at 150 skins. No way. No way. It's had one win. It's one win in its career. Come on. But
how did they? It's just making up numbers. But how did they even accept? They would have been better off probably stopping at 15, rather than going to the next 2.
That's right.
But you know what? They've got to run their lives. They're going to wear their suits. The owners. They're going to have a drink and they're going to enjoy the day.
Didn't we say Arafai? We put a line through it in the Melbourne Cup. And we're saying what a fucking joke this is the running. and then it ran third. I was only paid 21 cents. Anyway, good luck to him.
Good luck. Absolutely. Good luck to the owners.
Yeah. And down the bottom, I don't know if you can see it there, Tassie, but Tulligan again.
Yeah.
Last start over the 26 didn't look real good. It was in the yellow brick, the map race, beaten a fair way. Can't have it myself. No. $200.
One of the best comments I ever read on the might have been the Sporting Globe many years ago. I'm talking back in the mid '80s, and there was a horse called Hard Luck Harry.
You're right.
And one of the comments was there: the sun will have set before this guy comes home. If the bottom two win, I'm telling you what, the sun.
Yeah, I tell you what, you reckon it's the end of the world? You think it's walking dead time, mate?
Look, mate, how many fall over?
Yeah,
is my question. But good luck to the owners. Enjoy the day.
So yeah, very interesting. You got the Rupert Realm sort of form around the map. You got the Lonnie Cup, and then of course you got that Moonee Valley race, the distance race over the 2600. I think we've identified there's 3 form races leading in, and hopefully we've found you the winner. Now talking about the winner, Pez, a little bit like Tassie, I'm going the Lonnie Cup way again. Aurora Symphony got me got a fair bit of coin back from me last year at around $5 a place. Acceleration. Now I don't know what they're going to do this time because it's the first time over the 2 miles. But the way it won the Lonnie Cup, it swept down the outside. It's going to get back. It's going to take its medicine. Of course, Harry knows the horse very, very well. And of course, in Morphettville, you're going to get that chance to get to the outside and come home. I just wonder if there's a few in front of it that's got the class on it, like Amade, or of course the map, and of course Grand Piero was taking ground off it last start with Craig. So anyway, Adelaide Cup winner.
I wouldn't be surprised, Pezza. I wouldn't be surprised though if it settles a little bit more forward in this race because as they tend to get over more distance, the pace, the tempo tends to drop off.
Yeah,
and what this one doesn't need is to be out the back last in a really slowly run race. So I reckon they might just settle a little bit more handy this time round.
That's a good
Still go for the same type of run, but I reckon they might just settle a little bit more handy.
I think the map's interesting
for me
runner too, because from barrier 3,
yeah, it is.
What's J-Car going to do? Because the map doesn't mind getting back. So
look, it doesn't mind getting back, but it can also race.
Yeah, it has won before.
Midfieldish and stuff. So if it gets a bit of cover, there's nothing wrong with it sitting maybe 3 back on the inside.
Yeah. So
in a slowly run race where then it can just either weave through or just pull outside and go boop.
If Harry Coffey can somehow from 13 get to around the rump of the map. And then be able to get out, I think I'm in the queue. I think this horse, I know it's only won over the 25 or the 25-30, whatever it's strange distance of the Lonnie Cup, but I just think it looks like it wants it. I don't think it was slowing down anyway in the Lonnie Cup. I think it was sort of looking like, yep, that's my next step. I'm going to 2 miles, but we'll find out tomorrow. Anyway,
absolutely. Grand Piero is the one that I'm going with. I think the map is the one to beat, but I'm also sticking with the Tasmanian form, and I think that the booking of Willow really says something to me. I know that he's our favourite jock at PaLTI. We love him, and for everyone that's subscribed, they obviously do too. Because that's one of the questions when you subscribe. But I think that it will be near enough to be good enough. It's got an experienced jockey. As you said, it was taking ground. I'm just hoping that it just continues to take that ground. And I would love to see the map and Grand Piero fighting it out.
Or are we kidding ourselves? Are we just like in the biggest race of the day? Do we just back straight to the bar, J-Car? Because she's done it with the Diamond, and then she did it with the Newmark. 3 weeks in a row, she's won every Group 1. So, and of course,
but she likes to space them.
Yeah, interesting.
She spaces her Group 1 wins.
Yeah.
So maybe she's not going to be ready for this one, and she runs second.
I watched an interview today on racing.com in the wrap, and she was actually driving the car, and she's whatever. But she said she came back too early. You know, she said she couldn't remember shit. She couldn't even. I remember I said she's a bit fuzzy. She's not.
Yeah,
Jamie.
you did. I know you did.
In the interviews, that she's like, that's not Jamie.
I know.
She's better than that. You know, such a great media performer. But she just said, yeah, I come back way too early. I just wanted to get back into racing because that's what I love and that's what I knew. And of course, you know, like it was pretty emotional yesterday, the Newmarket. And Cylinder, what a prick of a horse. Holy shit.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
no, but as a 2-year-old, it was a gun.
Yeah,
right?
but
so
I put it in the quaddie. I don't put in the quaddie. When I don't put in the quaddie, it wins. It's just an amazing animal to catch. But it got all
when you catch it.
Did you see Imperative has the vet check to be racing again? So
yeah, that was really, really interesting. But we did think that it was the one that and many said it, that maybe this is a race that gets beat in.
Well, 58 kegs.
And
you've got to be Miss Andretti. You've got to be Black Caviar. They're the last ones in the last 20 years. So
I just wonder whether it's Imperatrice now is probably going to be more suited to getting out to that mile.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad run. You'd still be, because I reckon it did.
Oh, no, it was tough. It was tough. You know, with a heart and whatever, and you know, but gee whiz, it was a great race, great day of racing. Actually, it was pretty cool yesterday. Very good. So Grand Piero and acceleration. We go in the Ronnie Cup form. You know, get around the map, I suppose, because we all think that's map to win. But
that's it.
Too easy, Adelaide Cup. Good luck. How can we not talk about the football? Tassie,
I was waiting
Tassie,
for. Hey.
Tassie, tell all the PaLTI familiar.
All right.
What happened at quarter time in the messenger group? Suki Lala?
No, not quite Suki Lala. But I was getting messages coming through, and I get a little bit emotional with my team. And I just thought, here I go. These guys are just going to bombard me with some banter, let's say. Well, so I said to myself, listen.
Half-time, nine goals to 2.
Yeah. And I said, listen, I'm out. I will not be talking football for the rest of tonight. And I did say tonight, so we can check that.
Yeah.
Having said that, I still watched the game.
Yeah.
I still saw the game, and I was still pretty excited about it. So, of course, after midnight, I went in and asked the little group, who won? I didn't need to say that we did. I just said, who won? I wanted them to actually tell me.
Obviously, you're watching because I know that you're a massive Carlton flog. But
yeah, thank you.
You know, you were watching, obviously.
No, I was excited. Yeah, of course I was.
At 3/4 time, you know, at halftime, you know, you're probably on the grappa and you're probably like, holy shit, you know, you're not smashing plates for fun, in a way.
Yeah, honestly, you know what I was thinking?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's going to blow out to probably 10 to 12 goals us behind.
Yeah.
And maybe in the last quarter, they will put the queue in a rack and we'll probably kick 4 and keep it under 10 goals. That's what I was honestly thinking.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, my honestly thinking was so far off the mark, and I'm so happy for it. Except I'm sad for good old Sam Doherty.
Devastating news. And you know, I reckon he's probably your most important player because he's your QB. He's your quarterback back down in the defence, and he tells everybody where to go, what to do. And without him on the field, I think Nick Newman gets a little bit suspect now because now Doherty's not there. Nick's got to try to, you know, be Sam. And I don't think Nick is Sam.
Yeah, he will. But we'll get Weeders back in a couple of weeks, and I think that sort of will straighten us up a little bit there. And having Zach Williams there adds a bit of class as well. But yeah, look, it was fantastic. And what was even more fantastic, because enough about Carlton, was that Collingwood and Richmond both lost. Now that was sensational.
What about Kerno in the third quarter when he kicks 2 goals in like 30 seconds? He must have been up on the pump. And when you hit the front.
He's that sort of a player.
But why doesn't anyone tackle him or shot? Like, it's like he's always got space. It's weird. You know, back in the day when I was
Franklin-ish.
It's amazing how much space he's got in a very congested area. Like those couple of snaps he got, like he was 5 meters away from the nearest player. Yeah. And it's like, hang on, you just flew with the guy, you landed, and then you just like, just let him roll around in the corner. It's bloody bizarre. But great to see Big H Mac.
kicked the goal the clutch goal when it was required. Kicked 3 for the game. I know us blue baggers have all been behind him.
Yes.
And when we haven't been behind him, we've been, I guess, quietly bagging him behind the scenes. Not me. Not me.
No.
I support my team through thick and thin.
Yep.
But it was good for him. And good for his confidence and good for the group.
Sydney and Melbourne was a great game. Actually, it wasn't too bad. A lot of pressure. I just loved to see Grundy just bang into fucking Max all night. I loved it. Because Maxie, mate, if you saw in the third and the last quarter, he was
done.
Drenched.
He was done.
You know,
he was done. He was done.
If you rang out his shorts and his jersey, you would have got liters of what, like, he looked absolutely fried. And it was great to see even young McInerney bumping into him. Your mate.
Yep.
You know, one of your family's mates.
And I said, one of my daughter's school friend's cousin. Yep. But with what's his name, Maxie Gorn, as much as I love him and stuff, I think clubs now are going to target him a lot more.
Have to.
Because he's not 20 anymore.
No.
He's not that real physical beast.
What is he, 32? He's 32 or something, I think.
He'd be in the early 30s.
Yeah.
Look, you still love him, but I just think that Melbourne may have got it wrong in the way that, one, they looked after it, in the way that they handled Grundy, and two, the way they let him go. Could bite them back.
You know, they gave away Grundy for a future second rounder and pick 46. So basically, pennies on the dollar. And they're still paying, I think, 70%
that's right.
wage.
Yeah, they are.
So Sydney,
they tried to offload
the first
that.
round of giggling, you know, because he looked a lot better than Peter Laddams. But anyway, great to see Tone's mob get flogged. I was like, it was Tone sort of did the same thing as Tassie, didn't he, in the group? He's like, I'm not fucking, I'm out. I'm not.
But he never got the opportunity to come back in.
No, he didn't. He couldn't ask who won, could he? The great man.
It could be. It could be a tough year for the Tigers. I reckon they'll probably lose more than they'll win this year. I reckon.
Yeah, they looked really, really, really young at stages. You know.
Yep.
And if there wasn't for a little bit of Shy Bolton here and there, or it was pretty ordinary effort, I thought. It's amazing to see Matty Rao just break the record and have 20 clearances. Pretty phenomenal effort. Looks like he's ready to tear the place apart. You know, the old grass eater.
Yeah, but he was a superstar when he first started, if you remember, and then he got injured in his first season.
Yeah,
so,
if he didn't break his leg like Mickey Barlow, he was absolutely on sort of Brownlow pace there in the first few weeks.
Absolutely.
He looks like he's ready to. You know, all right, no one can tackle me now, and I'm bigger and better than just about everybody out here. So, what an amazing game. 33, 20 clearances, 22 contested. Fucking beast mode.
He is a bull.
And then, of course, the Pies got fucking flogged. Now, that scorecard does not show you how much GWS absolutely dominated.
Yep.
You know, the margin was just about 8 goals the whole game, and it sort of got fielded in the end when sort of, GWS took off the, took their foot off the gas, and, the Pies end up with a couple of cheapies, and fucking magnificent. Did you see? I tell you what, I'd love to play for him. What's his name? The coach of GWS. He's built like a brick.
Kingsley.
He's got like tone, got the chest out. Fucking hell, mate. I loved it. Great.
Look, it's good because he didn't get a chance for a while, but he's obviously showing his wares because like what GWS did last year is pretty similar to what Carlton did, I guess, in many ways. But GWS now, what they did to Collingwood this round, I mean, not only did Kingsley out-coach a premiership coach, he seems to have put a bit of grunt back into that team as well.
Yeah.
I think good teams need to have that.
They've got a bunch of no-name guys, the guy coming.
Yeah, that's right.
5. Jesse Hogan looks like Wayne Carey, like he was never that good a player when he went to Freo. Obviously, he was having a lot of issues being back in his home state. But now he looks really on top. And then Toby just, I'll just do a little bit of this and that. How good am I? But I'll tell you what, the other T Green can play.
both greens can obviously play, and both, I would love to see them both be in the middle, chasing and hunting and doing the grunt work together at some point. But love them both.
And I can understand why Phil Davis retired, because you just don't need him. They've got an amazing bunch of no-name 6'6" that just get the job done every week in their back six. It's incredible, their defence. So well done to GWS.
Hopefully they keep them. They get their pricing right. And we could end up seeing a Carlton GWS dynasty coming up.
So get on the Quinella tomorrow in the Adelaide Cup. Tassie reckons the 6, I reckon the 3. Go the Lonnie Cup form and hopefully get your exotics around the map, because we think it's map to win, but we're going for a little bit of the value. And remember, very excitingly tomorrow, Tassie, the Choccy Wheel is up.
The Choccy Wheel will be up, and there will be write-ups just to cover the other races.
So there's a holiday in Victoria and in Adelaide. So for all you PaLTI familiarites, get around it, and hopefully the Choccy stands and delivers like it usually does. Great to talk to you on a Sunday afternoon, Tassie. Very weird, and I feel a wee bit dirty. That's from my mate battling cancer, because he's from England. A little bit dirty because he doesn't say T's in the middle of words like water, butter, dirty. Tone, Bardo, get stuffed.
Yeah, unlucky boys.
Taz, there's 3 sounds that you love, and I think we should end the show with them. Is it 3 sounds? Is it 4? Is it 5? What is it? How many is that?
It's 3 syllable sort of thing. It is. It doesn't matter. You can break it down to 3, 5. If you just keep going, it just keeps going. It's beautiful.
I tell you what, in the beautiful Melbourne family suburb of Hampton, there would have been some excitement around 10:30 on Friday night. I tell you what, there would have been a little bit of da-da-da-da. Well done,
There
mate.
was, and there was a little bit of excitement on the bus back from Bendigo yesterday too.
Oh, yeah. That looked Jason and the Argonauts, just a lazy.
Jason and the Argonauts, we only won 7, could have won by 12. But the beauty of it is new players have to sing a song, otherwise you get a fine.
Loved it.
And I put up one of the songs, but we've got a Swedish guy and he sang ABBA. It was amazing.
Amazing. Good memories. All right, mate.
So, it's all
All right. Line through them.
Absolutely.